Hey guys, it's Cho, and we are live. We're like 4 minutes late, but we're here. So let's be grateful for that. We made it. I'm still like getting ready. I had to like get my tea, and I just had to like do a lot of shit. Hey editor, welcome to the stream again. I hope you came ready with some questions. Hope you came ready with some questions because I want conversation tonight. I want good conversation. Let's get the page. Let's get my YouTube page up and running so I can see the comments up here. That would be great. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I'm doing well tonight. I can take these off actually. Oh my god, it's been a long day. It's actually been a long day. My skin is looking pretty vibrant. I'm happy about that. The skin is skinning. The skin is definitely skinning. See, where's my lip balm? It's fine, I'm just gonna have crusty lips. But I hope that everyone has had a wonderful week. I've been super productive today. I filmed a what I eat in a day video for all my channels, all my socials. So whether you follow me on Threads or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, I did a video about what I eat in a given day. And it was pretty interesting actually. Like I learned a little bit about myself. And I'm really happy with the numbers that came out. Like I wasn't like being very intentional about what I was eating. I was just doing what I normally would do. I didn't want to like cap for the girls just because I was doing this video. I wanted to be like very authentic on what I'm eating, what I'm not eating, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. And I ended up hitting around a little bit over 2K calories. And the macros were actually not bad. That was like, oh, okay. You're on your A game, like naturally. So that was fun. But the thing about TikToks versus Reels versus Shorts, all these different social medias have different maximum requirements or minimum requirements for the length of the video. And on YouTube, your shorts can be no longer than a minute. Like hard line, no longer than a minute. Now on Instagram, I think it's like 90 seconds. It can be no longer than 90 seconds. And then on TikTok, the girls are like doing, I don't know, multiple minutes at this point. So it makes it a little bit difficult for me to film content because I have to film basically two videos. I have to film one for YouTube that's less than a minute. And then for those videos where I can have a little bit more leeway, that can go onto Instagram and TikTok. And so there is a difference in there is a difference in the video that I posted today, depending on which social media you watch. If you watch it on YouTube Shorts, it will just be what I ate, period. All the food, all the drinks that I ate. Well, not all the drinks because I'm drinking tea now, like no calories, no protein, no carbs, no nothing. Just I'm drinking tea now. But it will show just what I ate. Now on the Instagram and the TikTok, you're gonna get a bonus. I left a clip in there where I'm doing jumping jacks. Because I actually ate pizza today. And I don't normally eat pizza, but I was volunteering. And so I thought to myself, they were having pizza and I was hungry, I was gonna eat pizza. Like, I don't normally choose pizza to eat, but a bitch was hungry. So I ate pizza, and so I felt, you know what, that was really delicious, Joe, but it's still pizza. It's fucking full of carbs. How about you do a little exercise? So when I got home from volunteering after eating that pizza, I actually did 300 jumping jacks, which takes me less than 10 minutes to do. I think I can finish that in like 1.5 songs on my iPad, well, on my phone. So I don't know. 300 jumping jacks, it's like, I don't know, maybe 100 calories. It's nothing too deep or too intense. It's a nice little warm up for a workout. So I basically did like a warm up to get my heart rate pumping and to kind of like help to digest that pizza that I had just eaten. So I did that. And in the video, it's so funny. I don't know why I'm describing it to you guys because you guys follow me on YouTube and you probably haven't seen the Instagram or TikTok versions yet. But it's so funny. As I'm filming myself doing the jumping jacks, my two pit bulls are bothering me in the background, causing mayhem and chaos. It was just pretty funny. It was a pretty cute moment. But I took that time to give some advice because I didn't do a voiceover at all. So I couldn't really convey a lot of what I tend to want to convey when I talk about food. So I took that moment of me doing the jumping jacks to talk about how one thing I do is after I have a very like carb heavy meal, whether that's like a really rich dessert or a really rich snack, I will sometimes do a little bit of cardio, like those 300 jumping jacks right afterwards. And so that's what I did in that. So that's a little extra bit. Also, I use 3 different songs depending on the social media that I posted on. So there's like a Kanye West song um for TikTok. And yeah, I know he's like canceled because he's like anti-Semitic. I don't give a fuck. He makes great music. So yeah, I used the Kanye West song for that. That was like such a vibe. And then I did some like lo-fi beat on Instagram, and that was really nice. And then I also did something random on YouTube that was trending. So it was nice. So I don't like to just copy and paste to all the different platforms. I like to switch it up a little bit, even if that little bit is just changing the music. Hey Kit, how are you today? How are you tonight? Nighthawk. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? What's going on with you guys today? Welcome to Cho's Office Hours. As a reminder, these office hours are not about me, it's about you and all of your questions. So this is essentially every week's format is an ask me anything format. I feel like I have to say that all the time, but like I guess whatever. Um it's an ask me anything format. So ask me anything that you guys have on your mind. This time is for you. You know, normally my content, I have total control over what I discuss on my content. Um, Other than Patreon, they have a lot of influence on what I do. But outside of Patreon members, um, I talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. These office hours are an opportunity to maybe dive a little bit deeper into a topic that you want my insight on or my perspective on. So if you have any questions, think about some questions and ask me during these weekly office hours. You're just chilling. How about me? I'm doing really well. Like I was just saying, I posted a what I eat in a day video. Um, and I think it's cool to like post them periodically. Um, just because people are interested. People are interested in what other people eat in a given day. And I can watch those videos all day long because it gives me inspiration on what I can eat too. So like, especially when they showcase like recipes and whatnot, it kind of gives me ideas on like what can I do in my own food prep and meal preparation for myself. So I like what I eat in a day videos, and judging by the analytics, you bitches like them too. So, so that's why I titled it "What I Eat in a Day Part One" because there's gonna be many parts. There's gonna be many parts. I don't eat the same thing every day, so of course there's always something different going on in terms of my diet. Um, but yeah, that's how I am. That's what I did today. I volunteered today. I try to volunteer every Saturday, and volunteering is very important to me, and I think it should be important to you too, because the more you give, the more you receive. Not that that should be your incentive for volunteering, but that's just how the universe works. It's just naturally how it works. So I did that today, and that was fun. That was cute. That was fine. Um, and that was about it. I'm making some plans. I got some tarot stuff to do. Um, I got one client that I need to read her tarot, and it's gonna be a heavy topic because um, we're talking about like babies and being content with life. Nighthawk KC 3149, can you shout me out? I don't have many subs. I don't really do shout outs, at least not by request. So the way I do shout outs, and by the way, I don't know why you're asking me for a shout out. Me and my 1.1K subs. I'm a nobody too. I'm right there with you. I barely broke 1K. So hell, can you shout me out? Can you shout me out, Nighthawk? Shout me out. No, but seriously, I only shout out people in my videos that are sub to my Patreon community, which you can find in the description box of most of my videos, not this one for some reason. Um, but also, I shout people out whose content I'm just naturally interested in, and if it comes up in the conversation. So, um, I do have a tier. I do have a tier, like I think a $2 or a $3 tier on my Patreon that you can subscribe to. And I'm not encouraging to do that. I'm just saying that if you really want a shout out from me, you know, whatever, yeah, sure, I'll shout you out. But that's how I do shout outs. Um, yeah, that's how I do shout outs. And I haven't created like a video for my YouTube in a while. But in all of those videos moving forward, I'll be shouting out people that subscribe to my Patreon. So, yeah. Any other questions that you have, Nighthawk? Ask me some random questions. Let's get the conversation started tonight. So I can come up with bullshit stuff to talk about, but I'd rather talk about something that you want me to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Okay, this tea is really fucking hot. Thank you so much for stopping by, kid. Our conversation the other night was fantastic. It was so great catching up with you. Um, I really, really appreciate your support. Um, but yeah, I'm starting to post a little bit more in terms of shorts. I'm doing that a little bit more often these days. Um, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. There's a lot of shit going on. Am I the person who games? I am a gamer. I have played video games. I do love video games. I have not had that much time to play them as of recently, but I'm a huge fan of gaming in general. What games do you play, Nighthawk? Tell me the games you play. What are the games that you love? That is fucking hot. Oh my god. That's fucking hot. Um, the game I've been into lately has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It's such a nostalgia bomb playing that game because it makes it really easy to build your first deck for free, and you actually don't have to put any money in at all in order to build out a legitimate tournament worthy deck at all, or just a deck that you want to have fun playing with. It's so easy to do. So I love that about the game. I'm currently playing a Harpy deck, and I feel like I'm committing myself to sticking with the Harpy archetype. And I'm gonna just start adding a couple other um, playstyles intertwined with Harpy. So I'm thinking of like mixing up the Harpy and Kashtira lineup together. I kind of like that idea. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is what I'm into currently. Now, in terms of some games that I have been into in the past, recent past and distant past, both Elden Ring. A bitch loves Elden Ring. Remnant 2, also like Elden Ring, but with guns. I love that shit. That's really, really good. Um, I love Valorant. I love being so toxic in Valorant. I love it so much. Like, if I were to get back into another game right now, it might be Valorant. That would probably be the game that I would pick back up. It'd be Valorant. Um, just because I love the high intensity emotions of that game. The roller coaster of emotions with Valorant is like it's like none other because the pressure is always at an all-time high at all times. And the reason why is because you can be killed in the span of a millisecond. Dead. Like it only takes a second. It literally takes a second for you to die. And so you're actually on edge at every single moment that you are in the game. And so there's a double-edged sword when it comes to Valorant in that style of gameplay. What tends to happen when you can lose at the drop of a dime like that is you feel the highs and you feel the high pressure, and when you win in that game, it's like, oh fuck yeah, like you are that bitch, like you are amazing. But when you lose like that, it's depressing. It throws you down the stairs. It's like being thrown down the stairs. Like the fuck. So I love it though. I love it. I love it a lot. You play Fortnite, Gorilla Tag, and Call of Duty. My father is a huge fan of Call of Duty. I think he plays Call of Duty Black Ops. At least I know that's one of the games I bought him years ago. I'm sure there's other versions of Black Ops that have been updated that he probably plays, but I remember getting him that game quite a long time ago. Um, Tell me about Gorilla Tag. I've never heard of Gorilla Tag. What is Gorilla Tag? You say you'll only be here every other weekend? Why is that? What's going on the other weekends? What's happening the other weekends? Nighthawk, KC 3149. Yeah, why won't you be so for example, why won't you be here next weekend? Are you busy doing something else? Are you gonna be somewhere else? Custody? Are you going with your over to your dad's or your mom's? And what does that have to do with what does that have to do with anything? Like your other parent doesn't let you use YouTube or access to the internet? Or they make you go to bed early? What's the tea? What's going on? Tell me, spill the tea. What's going on, Nighthawk? I want to know what's this. This is getting juicy now. This is getting juicy now. I want to know. You're going over to your dad's. Okay, so what happened to your dad's? What is the big difference between your dad's and your mom's? Is your dad more strict? Is he more like no YouTube, no YouTube, no video games, none of that shit? Like, is he kind of like one of those dads? Oh wow. So what do you do when you're at your dad's? What do you like? How do you spend your free time? You just look at the wall and watch the paint dry. Phone tolerance? What does tolerance mean? Phone tolerance? I've never heard of that word before. Let me Google it. I don't know what you're talking about. Tolerant? Or maybe I have no idea what you're talking about, Nightcap. I mean, Nighthawk. Oh, phone intolerant. So you can't have a phone at all. That's interesting. So do you actually spend, when you don't, okay, so let's have a serious conversation here. So when you don't, because you can't have your phone at your dad's, do you find that you spend more time with your dad than with your mom when you're in their presence? Like when you're at your mom's, like you're at your mom's right now, obviously you're not with your mom, are you? Because if you are, tell her I said hello. She might love to follow my channel too. How- w- Describe to me the difference in your relationship with your dad and your mom because of the strictness or difference in strictness. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing or what? I want to pick your brain since you're here. That tea's that tea is good. Wow, that tea's really good. Also, guys, I've been obsessed with the Fannie Willis trial. I'm telling you, that's been some good shit. That's been some good jury drama. That's been some good jury drama. That's been the best jury drama since. You're more with your mom because your dad is at work. They're both not strict. They are more parental. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you don't feel as though they're overly strict. That's nice. That's good. But you play a lot of soccer when you're with your dad because you don't have access to your phone. Well, there are pros and cons to everything, and the fact that you're playing more soccer makes you a relatively more fit person than what you would be otherwise if you were just stuck on your phone all day on YouTube watching people like me watching, playing video games like Fortnite. So being active is actually very important, and I promise you that when you're my age, you'll be very happy that you were an active person. It keeps you stronger, it keeps you healthier, it keeps you hotter looking. Like there's just so many benefits to remaining active physically that it's a no-brainer. When it comes to would you rather be active or not active, you want to be physically active because there are so many benefits to being physically active. So it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. But yeah, this Fannie Willis trial, this jury drama this is the best jury drama since the Alec Murdaugh trials. Now, that was some crazy shit there, and also the Gwyneth Paltrow. That was also pretty juicy. No one's really checking it. No one else is really watching. It's just you and I here right now, Nightcrawler. I mean, not Nightcrawler, Nighthawk. No one's checking for me tonight. That's okay. But I'm trying to rebuild my subscriber base. So I'm doing more shorts. I need to start doing more videos. Um, I'm trying to think about what my next video is going to be, and I'm not sure what it's going to be actually. It might just be like a get ready with me or like a routine video where I kind of explain the um the new trajectory of this channel. I think that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a video kind of talking about the update to this channel. So that's what's happening for the next video. I just need to figure out the delivery mechanism for it. Like, is it gonna be a get ready with me? Is it gonna be like a grocery shop with me? Like, what is it gonna be giving? That's what I need to figure out next. Can I sing or rap? I can do neither of those. I can't, no. I'm the worst fucking rapper and singer in the world. Now, I sound really good in the shower, but I feel like everyone sounds good in the shower when they're singing or rapping. Are you like, who are your favorite rappers and or singers? Tell me that. And then I'll tell you a couple of mine. But no, I definitely cannot sing or rap. Neither. Definitely neither. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just do like maybe I'll do a go to bed with me, like, or something like that, like nighttime routine, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, tell me your favorite singers or rappers. I'd love to know. And let me let the girls know that I'm live. Billy, Royce, Juice WRLD, and some country singers. Nice. Nice. The good thing about some of those rappers, is that they have really good beats to their raps, to their songs. Like, they've got some really good like some really good producers behind them that's really producing the fuck out of their music. It's pretty legit. Pretty legit, actually. Um, anyway, what other, oh, hey, Miriam. How are you tonight? This tea is so hot. So yeah, that's the next thing I need to figure out, is just the mechanism for my next video. Is it gonna be a get ready with me? Is it gonna be a let's go grocery shopping together? You guys know I love grocery shopping is a hobby of mine. It's definitely a hobby of mine. So that might be easy. That might be the most natural thing to do because I love doing it. We just got back from watching Dune 2. We'll listen for a few while I get ready for bed. Thank you. Appreciate you. I hope Dune 2 was everything that you imagined that it would be. I hope that you were blown away and that you had a good time. I have not watched it. I don't think I'm planning to watch it, but I've heard good things about it. Look up Billy Royce. Okay. If you had to pick, or I already love his profile pic. I love the profile pic. It's giving anime, and I love a good anime. I love a good anime. Give me 3 songs to listen to by Billy Royce. Give me 3 songs to listen to by Billy Royce, and I'll give it a listen. You love grocery shopping? I would say grocery stores have a bad vibe, in my opinion. Too big, temperature's weird, claustrophobic, idiots everywhere. Well, listen, the problem is that you go grocery shopping on the weekends. That's user error. You got to first of all, you've got to secure. Okay, let me give you the pro tips on grocery shopping 101 pro tips with Cho. First of all, you've got to secure a lifestyle where you don't have to work a couple weekdays a week. Number one. So whether that's working a job where it's 3 days in the office, 2 days out of the office, you gotta have some weekday playtime, some play. You gotta have that. Okay. If you don't have that, then grocery shopping is shit. It just is. It is. I have tried going grocery shopping on Friday nights. It's a hellhole. I've tried going Saturdays at all times of the day. It's a complete shit show. I have tried going on Sundays. Terrible. Sometimes Sunday night can be, if I had to pick a time to go grocery shopping on the weekends, it would be Sunday night. But it still ranks vastly below shopping on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Like Tuesdays, supreme day to shop at the grocery store. I swear to you, supreme day. So that's number one. Okay, that's number one. Number two, like, it depends on the grocery store. Like, yes, I have a Krogetto near me that is like, if you want the vibe, the ghetto ratchet vibe, where there's gonna be a fight outside in the parking lot, there's gonna be a woman screaming at customer service, cussing the bitch out on the inside. If you want that type of experience, there's a store for that. But I also love the clean, neat, bougie experience too, and there are grocery stores like that as well. I mean, quite frankly, Aldi is now all of a sudden like some bougie shit. When like back in the day, growing up, Aldi was where us poor black folk used to shop. It was ratchet, it was ghetto, and now it's like the most bougie thing ever. So I don't know. It depends on the grocery store. Um, yes, idiots are everywhere, but again, the idiots are those that are unable to shop. Okay, so generally speaking, the idiots always only have time during the weekends. Generally speaking, if you are an idiot, you only have time during the weekend to do shit. So of course, if you go grocery shopping on the weekends, they're in the parking lots. They can't park. They're selfish. They are not self-aware. They sit in the middle of the lanes, of the aisles, and take up all this fucking space. They get to the checkout line and they're taking forever. They've forgotten something. They're asking questions that they should already know the answers to. So it's like, I get it. There are idiots everywhere typically. Um, but I don't really encounter that too much. Um, my complaints are mostly the same with all public spaces. I don't like people. Well, listen, I love people. I just love people on my terms. It's does that make sense? I love people, but I only love them on my terms. Like, I want people to behave like they're not animals, like they have been raised and produced and coached and motivated and just been. I like a good thoroughbred human. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, in these public spaces, there's not always going to be thoroughbreds like in these public spaces. I couldn't imagine public transportation. I couldn't imagine taking public transit. I I couldn't imagine. I know everyone's always like, "Oh my God, we need public transportation and da 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 da." But it's like you hear about all the public transit and all the horror stories that people have from like being on public transit. I want no parts of it. No parts of it. Sorry, no parts of it. Not me. Did you see Lab Muffin's satire vids? Those in the comments provided several laughs this week for me. I did see, okay, Mira, I did see that. And it's so funny because the comment section is kind of on fire a little bit. It's kind of like simmering with some confusion and some fighting, a little bit of fighting. I thought they were funny. I thought they were funny, and I thought that they were really cheeky. And of course, she's running into that issue where people don't expect that from her. Like there are consumers who are savvy and into the skincare world who, and this is a problem when you grow to the magnitude that Lab Beauty Muffin has grown to. She's on a whole different fucking level. So she attracts a diverse group of viewers. You have some types of viewers who are there for the skincare content. They know the skincare industry. They're not fucking around with no bitches on some misinformation. They're those girls. But then on the other hand, you have the docile consumer who they know that she's a great resource, so they follow her for information. That group are confused as fuck by her videos this week. And they probably have not caught on and they're like in the comment section, well, wait a minute, that's not true. I thought da 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 da. I think it's funny though. So yeah, funny. Um I can play Glory, Perfume, and Without You. Okay, let me make sure. Oh my god, okay. Glory, Perfume. And you said what, regular? Oh, Without You. Okay. Okay. I will listen to those Nighthawk and I'll get back to you. I give the best conversation topics. I don't encounter that too much in your bougie voice. um, hey Drew B, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. If you are new here, Drew B, this is my office hours. I'm Cho, and you're welcome to ask me any question you want, and we'll talk about it. Okay? That's it's not that fucking deep. That's the stream. So ask me a question and let's get into it. The comments were either hilariously playing along or people were actually thinking she's being serious. I know, it was so silly. I love when people play along. I love when people are like in on the joke and they're like, okay, let me see how many other people I can gag by just like playing along with the joke. I love that. I thought the posts were hilarious. And I think it's a great thing to interject into the skincare space as a social community because I think that we sometimes um, are super serious, especially within the niche genre of science communication. I think that sometimes that community can have a reputation of being overly serious and a little bit haughty. And so it's great to interject a little bit of comedy and um, not so much seriousness. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, child, that's you. I'm Cho. I never sleep, child. I decided long ago that I never want to be a bigger creator. To be listen, I don't either. There are so many there are so many disadvantages to being a big creator that the returns that you get from being a big large creator are not worth the negative unintended consequences of being a big creator. You can be a small or medium-sized creator and either make it a great side hustle or make a great income from it, depending on your effort and what your goals are for your creator business. But when you are a super large creator, there are so many things outside of your control, and there are so many more eyeballs on you. And the more eyeballs on you, the more, I don't know, the more fucking chaos, to be honest. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Um, the more chaos that will undoubtedly come your way. So, you've got people that are going to be determined to misunderstand you. They're going to be determined to assassinate your character. There's just so much. There's so many negatives. You know, even like going out in public. Once you reach that level where people are recognizing you, it's like, okay, this is too much. We've already established that I only like people that like I can predict. I don't like unpredictable behavior. And the girls are out there doing crazy shit to people that are influencers and celebrities. We've seen it time and time again. These celebrities, people take advantage of them. People have this sense of entitlement that they are entitled to information about these celebrities and influencers. They are entitled to the effort from these influencers. They believe that these influencers are their like good Judies, like their best friends, like they know them to their core. You don't, they're not. Um, so I don't know. I would never want to be a big time like influencer myself because despite what you guys might think about me, I am a very private person. So actually, a lot of shit you guys will never know about me ever. Um, and that's okay. Like that's 100% okay to not know everything about someone that you follow on fucking YouTube. Right? I mean, right? Have a good night, Nighthawk. And have fun at your dad's next Saturday. Enjoy your soccer. Enjoy that physical activity. And I will see you on the following weekend. Hopefully, I will have listened to your Billy Royce songs and I will have some feedback for you. So, Chow, I actually have a very unique sleeping schedule. I usually go to bed around 3 o'clock and I wake up at 9 o'clock. I don't get out of bed until 10 o'clock, though. So, I'm in bed for 7 hours. Sometimes I get out of bed at 10:30, depending on if I'm like sick or not. Like, I was sick this morning. I just kind of felt like, like kind of blah. So, I got out of bed at 10:30. So, but I get enough. I think I get enough sleep. I feel like I get enough sleep. Absolutely. Mira says, I really enjoy the interactions I have with followers and that more human element. I don't want my social media to be insincere. Yes, that's another thing I didn't say earlier is that as a smaller creator, you actually have the flexibility to actually interact on a deeper level with your following. When you are a Kim Kardashian who is receiving thousands, hundreds of comments a day, there's only so much you can do at interacting. It becomes a lot less personal because you are now having to filter through so much chaos and so many people. So I also prefer being a smaller creator because of that, because I love my following and I feel like I've gotten to know them on a semi close basis. there's still, like I said before, there's still a lot of things that you will never know about someone from the internet. But, you know, I love that ability to be relatively close to someone from the internet. So I think you can only get that from being a smaller creator. Um, you also don't want the pressure or the expectations. You just want to chat with your friends who care about skincare, period. Absolutely. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I think privacy is very important. I think that having boundaries is very important, and there are just some things that, while it may not be harmful to share, it's also unnecessary to share. And I also just feel as though there's just so much insecurity in the world. There is so much hatred in the world. And we all know that people that are miserable, hateful people who hates themselves, they usually take it out on other people. And so, your personal information can be weaponized against you, and people that are miserable, self-hating, insecure people are the first to do it. They're always the first to do it. So. So what time did I sleep? I went to bed at 3 a.m. and then I woke up at 9:30, and then I got out of bed at 10:30 because I love to lay in bed, toss and turn, and I like to toss and turn. Well, I sleep every day too, child. I sleep every day too. We recently tried kosher sandwiches, something I had never heard of before. I don't know if you have, but oh my God, had one for lunch and I'm still full 8 hours. Oh my God. No, kosher sandwiches. I'm not a sandwich person, to be honest. I don't eat many sandwiches at all, but kosher sounds like a fun word to me. It sounds Japanese, which, I'm a fake Japanese enthusiast. So, um, I want to look it up. Kosher sandwiches. Ooh, kosher sandwich. Kosher kitchen. It's a Korean Japanese restaurant. Okay, great. Ooh. Oh, these look good. Oh, they have tacos too. They look a little bit like banh mi. They look a little bit like banh mi, a little bit like Vietnamese burgers. I guess I don't know, sandwiches, like Vietnamese sandwiches. They look good. They look really good. You've been drinking some sugar-free drinks over here in Japan that claim that they block the uptake of sugar, at least somewhat. Ever heard of something like that? I don't know about that, Husky. Um, they claim to block the uptake of sugar. I don't know about that. What I wonder what they claim is blocking the uptake of sugar. If it's sugar free, then it doesn't have sugar. But I wonder what ingredient they say is hmm. Are they putting like Berberine in the sugar-free drinks over in Japan? Is that what they're doing? And I wonder what they mean by blocking sugar. Are they referencing like regulating your insulin? Like, preventing you from like spiking, like sugar spikes. Like I'm interested. I thought it was a burger, but the bun is made from fried rice. Interesting. The meat is super flavorful and it's kind of like a fusion burger sandwich. Interesting. They look really good. They actually look really, really good. And we don't have one. It's hard for us to get shit like that in Ohio. I'm more of a bowl person. So I'm looking at the bowls, and the bowls look real good. The ahi tuna salad, the ahi tuna bowl, mm, that's my vibe. Yeah, that's my vibe. Um, Blocking the uptake of sugar, that wouldn't be a good thing as that would cause high blood sugar levels. I wonder if Culture Kitchen is a chain because that's where we went. The tacos are really good too. It might be a chain. It might be like a Chipotle style. And that Chipotle style can probably be emulated in other places, like franchise. It might be something like, Mira, it's giving Berberine. I feel like, or is it called dihydroberberine? I think dihydroberberine is the more digestible form of berberine. It's giving berberine. Like maybe the girls are putting supplements in the sugar-free drinks. Well, the most important question, Husky, is do they taste good? Because some sugar-free beverages taste like shit. So I'd love to know, do they taste good? Maybe it's preventing the digestion of sugar. That would make more sense. Maybe. It's interesting, yeah. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know more, Husky. I want to know more about these drinks. I'm all in. I'm all in on this conversation. Oh, I need some more tea. You know, the supplement companies be wilding out. Oh my God. Speaking of supplement companies, the fucking CDC, who behaves like a supplement company, would you believe that the CDC just came up with this big announcement about how you're just waiting for metformin. Oh, what's going to take off? Yes, metformin is going to take off, Mira. You heard it here first. That's going to be all over the place. But yeah, the CDC came out with this big ass announcement about how, um, they're not recommending that people that get COVID, stay home and social distance, and it's not necessary. And they basically likened it to like a cold, like you'll be fine. Basically, trying to disarm people was like worrying about COVID. And I just thought to myself, well, ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this about a bitch? It's like COVID was such a big deal when they wanted it to be a big deal. Now that they don't want it to be a big deal anymore, it's not a big deal. Weird. It's so weird how that works, right? Ciao. I tell you, you can't make this shit up. I mean, talk about making yourself like, there are so many people who don't trust the CDC now because of all the flip-flopping, because of all um, the contradictions. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy. They taste decent. They have a good citrus flavor and an alright bubblegum flavor. Well, okay. I would be okay with the evolving research if there was not already data on day one showing that people didn't need to stay home. See, here's the problem. You can't say now that it's all about evolving research and being open to other ideas and possibilities. And, you can't say that now when during the shitstorm, they weren't open to evolving research. They weren't open to other ideas. They weren't open to data that they provided themselves. And I always take it back to the children's, the children's, oh, what is all this tea? Am I spilling fucking tea on my table? Oh my God, sorry. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. Sorry. I'm just being a little bit of a mess. Do I have a napkin? Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. So what was I saying? I always talk about the children, masking children, vaccinating children. The CDC came out with their own data about transmission rates, death rates, sickness rates, and their own data showed how minuscule the risk was to children. What did they do instead? They tried mandating vaccinations for children. They did. They forced children to wear masks, destroying their social development skills utterly. They did all this despite their own data proving that it was a non-factor. So that evolving research thing, I don't even want to hear it. I don't need to. Oh, sorry. Mira. Mira, I'm so sorry. As you probably know, I'm a little unhinged when it comes to the. Let's talk about COVID for a second. COVID, the pandemic radicalized me. And I can be open with saying that. The pandemic radicalized me, and I will forever become unhinged at the topic. I'm not saying I'm not proud of it, but I am so emotionally invested in it because of the damage it did to so many loved ones in my life, and how I almost lost my grandmother because of policies that were forced, that were unnecessary. Um, so Mira, first off, I apologize, Mira, for my rant, because the rant was unnecessary, but I'm so sorry, Mira, take my apology. But that's interesting about metformin. Helping with aging. That's interesting. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot shit. It's gonna be hot shit. Husky says voice in the distance, but it's a different strain, girl. I mean, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Just Google triple cider zero and go to the link for the 7-Eleven website, then transfer the pay. Oh. Also, it's a 7-Eleven It's a 7-Eleven product. Okay. Triple cider zero. Interesting. Triple cider zero. Ooh, it looks good. The packaging's so dramatic with like the bubble from the background. This is interesting. 000. Okay, I'm not gonna read this all right here, but I'm not convincing on the aging aspect. Metformin has so many benefits for various diseases, so naturally, people who are healthier will live longer. Need to see better research showing it actually helps in healthy populations in terms of aging. It's gonna be a while before we see that, but the thing about the pharmaceutical industry is they're not going to wait for the research. They're just going to depend on their marketing budgets and their marketing teams to market it. They'll make their yes, just typing yes. I will become sponsored by Zero Cider triple zero cider. I love the word triple cider zero. I mean, my credit score just improved. I just lost 25 pounds. I now have glass skin. Like, I mean, that's just the drink of choice now. I need them to sponsor this channel. Triple cider zero. I do think it's interesting how we have all these skincare brands suddenly advertising themselves as helping inflammation, glycation, when metformin is better studied. Well, we've talked about this before, Mira, but I really do think that specifically in the skincare industry, but I would say that this has um, infected a lot of industries. But I believe that a lot of companies are giving more weight to the marketing team over their research and development team. And the reason why is because these companies are able to see quicker profits from investing in their marketing budget compared to the R&D budget. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I think it's wrong. But what I'm saying is I think that's the reality right now for a lot of companies because they want that quick turnaround of profit, of cash injections into their business. And they're not thinking long term about, does this shit really work? Are customers going to be mad with this in 5 years when they realize that the shit doesn't work? Like, they're just thinking about, how can I get through this next quarter? How can I get through Q3? How can I get through Q4 and end on a good note? That's what they're thinking. And I think that's why they have invested so much more, relatively speaking, into their marketing budget. So they don't give a shit about the evidence. They don't give a shit about the research. They don't care if the shit works or not. Like, they don't care how well researched the shit is. They just want to sell products. It's disgusting. I'm drinking a rooibos tea. Rooibos is red tea. And so it's good. It's really good. It's an herbal tea. It is similar to a chai, but without any caffeine. So that's great because you can drink it at nighttime, but still have that like spicy flavor profile that you get from a black chai. So I love a good red tea, rooibos tea in the evenings when I want something spicy, but I don't want the caffeine. Yeah, they're preying on your insecurities. They're preying on your insecurities and preying on your self doubt, and they're preying on the humans' natural desire for quick results. We love quick results. We want to have Botox in 24 hours. We want to get, a facelift. We don't want to work out for 6 months. We want to just get a facelift and, liposuction. We don't want to do stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, they're preying on our insecurities, and it's pretty gross. Yeah, it is pretty sweet, and I love it. Mm-hmm. Needs no sugar. It needs no sugar, in my opinion. By the way, Husky, if you are still here, you probably have not noticed because you're not on Instagram yet, which is so dumb. But I've gotten really big into matcha, like really big into matcha. And I am partnered now with a matcha company, like green tea company, and they ship all of their matcha from Japan. When you are because you're in Japan, tell me about the culture around green tea. Are people drinking a lot of specifically green tea? And if so, what kinds of green tea are people drinking? Because the marketing that I get and the education that I've been getting from Neo Teas, the company that I'm partnered with, um, I have discovered that there's a vast variety of green tea. Um, so it's really interesting. Um, I'm a natural born seller. You know, everything I do is like I'm naturally selling. Um, I don't even know where I got this Rubik's tea from, but it's good. Go out and buy some. I find that this makes a really great iced tea as well because, again, it's a refreshing, sweet drink that also has a little bit of a spice to it that you can drink at any time during the day. It's also great with milk, just like a chai tea. So I just think it's a very versatile type of tea, a type of herbal tea, and I highly recommend it. So the thing with me and sponsorships, I've talked about this in my Patreon. I talked about this privately with people. I'm really picky about sponsorships, and maybe I need to hit a different balance with that. I think that as I shift my content focus, I'll be a little bit more open to a variety of sponsors or sponsorship potentials. But I still want to be very picky and choosy with who I partner with. It needs to be a brand that I already use. Like I'm never going to just I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to take on a sponsorship or partnership for a brand or product that I have never used before. That just does not make sense. I will not name the company, but I'm in emails right now with a protein powder company whose product I was actually very excited to try because a lot of my friends, let's get into it. A lot of my friends have actually said, Cho, you've got to try this protein powder. It's really good. I use it in smoothies. I use it in this. I use it in that. And da 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 da. And it's a vegan protein powder. So I'm like, okay, cool. Those are trendy. I love them. They're great. They're versatile. Love it. Let me try it. I never got around to buying it. Whatever. So it just so happens that I got an email from one of their marketers. I hear Duke at the door. I got an email from one of the marketers saying, "Hey, we want to collaborate. Do X, Y, and Z for us, and you'll get a free bag of our protein powder." Okay, fine. That is Duke scratching his neck brace, whatever. Not neck brace, um, inflatable collar. Um, so I'm like, well, unfortunately, I don't do. They were giving me guidelines and all types of shit that like requires payment. Number one, if you're giving me guidelines for a post, then I'm expecting cash. Okay. It's one thing to do an honest review in exchange for a product, because I was willing to do that. I was actually, because I was already interested in purchasing this product with my own money. I went back and said, well, guys, I don't do guidelines for posts unless these are sponsorship opportunities, and sponsorship opportunities requires payment, cold hard cash. Okay. However, I would do an honest review after I've tried your product, but with no strings attached. I mean, I'll give you my word, which means nothing, obviously. I'd give you my word that I would do, and I made the email sound professional. I'm not speaking all ratchet like here on the stream. But long story short, they have not responded and they're not interested. But it's like, number one, you're giving me guidelines on how to post, what to say, how to say, when to say, but you're not gonna pay me? Bitch, bye. Okay. Number two, you want me to accept these terms for a product that I have never tried? That is so inauthentic to me. And it blows my mind how many people accept those terms. Because what if you actually don't like the product? What if the protein powder is shit, but you've now contractually obligated yourself to write a glowing review for this fucking product? Could never be me. Could never be me. Sorry. I'm never gonna do it. And so I'm picky and choosy with who I'm sponsored by. Anyway, let me catch up with chat. I'm headed to bed in a sec here, just slathering some skincare on post-treatment. I used to care about going in public, but not anymore. I can't. Yeah, don't worry about it, Mira. Thank you for being here, Mira. I appreciate you so much. Love, love, love. I think green tea is just a term for all sorts of teas that are green, matcha being one. Jasmine is, of course, a completely different plant. Yes, it is. I just think sponsorships are often so limited versus affiliate codes. I love an affiliate code. Absolutely. I might ask some colleagues what they drink. I grabbed a random green tea brand from the discount store and it turned out to be matcha. I'm guessing it's the most popular flavor. But I do think matcha is very popular because of it's so jam-packed with antioxidants, which makes matcha I hate to use the word, a superfood, but it's a super drink. It's a super drink. There's a little bit of protein in there. There's a little bit of carbs in there, but there's no calories really. I mean, there's a few calories. But it's just very, very tasty and decent macros for what it provides, like in terms of antioxidant capabilities. And so that's what makes it good. And the caffeine in matcha is just so vastly superior to coffee. So I believe it has theanine in there. And theanine, when paired with caffeine, prevents caffeine from giving you the jitters or giving you a spike or a rush. And so, whereas when you drink coffee and that caffeine hits, boom, you can run a marathon. You've cleaned your entire fucking house in the span of 25 minutes. Okay, dinner is ready in 5 minutes. It's like you hit a bump of cocaine and it's like, boom, that's how coffee works. Now, with matcha, it's a little bit different because it's like a slow drip. It's like a slow IV drip of caffeine throughout an extended amount of time. So you never get the jitters, you never get that rush of energy, but it's a sustained source of caffeine that's going to fuel your energy throughout that given time. So that's what makes matcha, the superior caffeine source to coffee. Also, you can sometimes, once you're at that high point with the caffeine, there's a crash. You never crash with matcha. So, anyway, that's me selling matcha. Have a good night, Mira. I appreciate you. The style of doing an ad, read podcast, that's what it is, but it's crazy what brands will try to get out of smaller creators. And if there were strings attached to that PR, it's an ad and you'd have to disclose as much. Hey, Chow. Of course, it's, it was just disappointing to me that they didn't understand. I even told them how excited I was to try the protein powder. Um, However, obviously, I have not been excited enough to buy the shit. And so, to me, it would seem like if I was the brand, I've now got someone who's already interested. They've already dipped their toe in the water that is my brand, that is my ocean of my ecosystem. Let me push the bitch in by sending her the full product. That's in my head, that would have made sense to me. Um, but it didn't make sense to them. I don't know if the budget is just lacking. Maybe they're lacking in budget. I don't know. But bitch, you're not gonna get me. I'm sorry. I just don't believe in doing inauthentic sponsorships. I don't believe it. I don't believe in it. It's inauthentic. It's not me. I don't know nothing about that lifestyle that y'all got over there, capping for sponsorships, lying to the girls, telling fairy tales, fantasies, and untruths to your audience. I don't know nothing about that shit over there. Y'all can keep that over there. I'll be broke over here with my couple sponsorships every few months. I'll be fine over here. I just don't like it. I just don't dig it. It's not my vibe. Um, my authenticity means a lot more to me than that. But I do want to try to have a better balance. I want to become better at identifying sponsorships that are a good pair for me. There's a lot of brands that I already use. We all have a lot of brands that we all use that I maybe should be targeting. Walmart is one of them. Steel Series is another one. There's a lot of brands I can name that I can maybe target and, see if I can get a sponsorship through them because these are brands that I have used forever and will continue to use forever. So there's that. Um, yeah. But yes, I love green tea. I love matcha. I'm really into it. It's a vibe. I'm a matcha girl. Matcha is like my personality trait now. Drinking matcha is my personality trait. It is. It's the best type of green tea. And with Neo Teas, I'm really trying. I've got a 21 different varieties of matcha that I'm going to be tasting and testing out. I haven't decided how I'm going to film that, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Any other questions tonight, y'all? Because again, if y'all don't have questions, I can get the fuck out of here. These are my office hours, but if y'all don't have questions for me, then I'd rather be more productive with producing content for the channel. I need to plan. I need to really plan what I'm going to do for my next video. I need to really figure that out. Yeah. But if there are no more questions, and I only have 3 viewers, but if there's no more questions in 2 minutes, I'm gonna end the stream. I'll give y'all time. I'll give y'all time to chat or not chat. Doesn't matter to me. I might actually go work out, to be honest. I might do a little workout. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little workout, cute little workout, shower, all that jazz. yeah, that's gonna be the plan for tonight. And I will try to get this video. I'll try to get the timestamps to this video done tomorrow morning. I'll try my best to do that. But yeah, I'm just so over the CDC. Oh my God, I would love to be sponsored by Walmart. Like, I love Walmart. I know the girls don't like Walmart. Listen, I know the girls don't like Walmart, but I stand Walmart. I stand Sam's Club. They're owned by the same people. I get so much value from Sam's Club and Walmart. And I know so many other people that get just as much, if not more, value from these two brands. So, yeah, absolutely. Of course I did, Husky. Okay. Okay, stop. Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, top 3 Zelda games. Top 3. And I mean that shit. With my chest. Top 3 Zelda games. Easily. Easily. Clears top 3. Easily. Okay? The mechanics in those games were revolutionary. Being able to actually time travel on command, that was fucking crazy. Being able to change the weather, I mean, listen, I'm telling you. You know what? I have not gotten, you know what? That's a trial I need to pick up. I'm still really big into the Fannie Willis trial right now, which is coming to an end. And that was some good shit. Like I said earlier, the jury drama with the Fannie Willis trial has been everything. I mean, I thought that the Alex Murdaugh trial was good. I thought that the Gwyneth Paltrow ski accident trial was good. The Fannie Willis trial has been everything. It's really been everything. It's been good. I'm really sad that it's ending. But I haven't gotten into the Russ trial. And that's the celebrity that shot a person dead and thinks he should not be held accountable for it, right? Let me look this shit up because yeah, Alec Baldwin's ass, who belongs in jail. I need to, yeah, let me catch up on that. Let me catch up on that. I was so enraged and just so filled with hate that he got off. I mean, at the very least, manslaughter, right? Like, right? Um, oh, they're going after armor for, okay. Okay, okay. I need to catch up with the Russ trial. Because I just know that motherfucker is using all the money, connections, and power he has to avoid accountability, to stall, because it's not really I feel like it's not. I feel like it's fallen out of the public eye a bit. I feel like it's fallen out of the public eye a bit, and when that happens, the pressure lowers on these judges. It lowers on these attorneys. You know, you need social media pressure these days and news coverage these days. I don't hear about it very often at all. Of course. Of course. Nepotism at its best. Nepotism at its best. But yeah, Husky, those are the best. Those are some of the best Zelda games. Period. Period. And I would say, and this might be controversial, so sue me. Best games, best Zelda games, in no particular order: Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I'm gonna combine them as one. Ocarina of Time. Don't even call it overrated. You're a liar. And number 3, Twilight Princess. Yes. 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 Twilight Princess is number 3. Sorry. It's my opinion, and my opinion is usually right. Twilight Princess breaks the top 3. Easily clears. Easily clears. Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask stands. Sorry about it, y'all. Sorry about it. Sorry. Sorry. It is what it is. I don't make up the rules. His trial this summer. Honestly, if he was just an actor, I don't think he would be at fault. The armorer is who controls safety and the weapons. Yes, totally. And to be honest, I don't think that, I don't think anyone, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't personally think that Alec intentionally shot the girl dead. I don't think that. I think there's probably some conspiracy theorists out there who probably have floated that rumor out there, that allegation out there. I don't think he killed the girl dead on purpose. I don't think that. Oh, I'm sure it was a fucking mess. But these Hollywood elites, I tell you, pigs. A whole lot of them. Pigs, animals. Just a mess. Yeah. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to put that on my. When the Fannie Willis trial ends, I'm gonna have to just pick right back up with the Russ trial and catch up to see what's been going on, because I love a good piece of jury drama. I really do. Oh, really? The expert armorer even said it's not on the actor to check for live rounds, nor do most of them. But as a producer, he was putting a lot of pressure on her. That's interesting. Yeah, being a producer and an actor changes the dynamic a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Changes the dynamic. It does. Interesting. I don't know. As someone who's I wouldn't say I'm not into guns. Let me not say that. I'm not into guns, but as someone that has grown up around them, I've just always been taught that you always check. That if you have a gun in your hands, you always check. That's just what I've been taught as a Midwestern boy from Ohio. Okay, that's just what I've been taught. Now, you Californians do things a lot differently, and maybe this is why you guys got such a problem with guns, because y'all don't know, basic safety shit like check. If you have if you have a real gun in your hands, there's safety things you should always do when you have a gun in your hands. He was also the only big name on a small project. This is a lot. This all adds up to the dynamic being very difficult to manage. That power dynamic is nasty. I can see how it can potentially be nasty. I'll just say that. I can see how it could be potentially nasty. Ugh. And you know, and it's a shame because everyone made everyone made mistakes. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna catch up, Mira. I'm gonna catch up. I'll catch up. Yeah. I'm already invested now. Now I'm already invested. I'm invested now. I'm invested. I want to know more because I'm already like formulating opinions despite not knowing shit about the case, really. Like, I've heard about the case. I've seen some general coverage about the case, but I have not watched the court. I haven't watched the court yet. And so I also feel like when you watch the courtroom scenes, you learn so much more in terms of the intricacies of these situations, these legal situations. So, you know, I understand as a jury drama fanatic, I understand giving an opinion about a legal situation that you have not watched the court scenes for, versus when you do watch, you have a lot more insight on how things are moving along, both legally and ethically. So that's interesting. Okay. Have a good night. I'm gonna leave too on that note because Husky doesn't have any more questions. Absolutely. The expert testimony is like, and you know what? It's even better. Oh my God, I love it when they have dueling expert testimony. When they bring on one expert and the other side brings on another expert, it's just like juicy. It's like the juiciest confrontation because you know that you're going to learn something, and there's so much nuance to pick at and to take into consideration. I, I love it. I love it. I love dueling expert testimonies. Some of my favorites. Yes. 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 The Johnny Depp trial, which I watched thoroughly. Yes. Yes. Dueling experts, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is so funny. We might have to have a whole stream about and that's what I was talking about. You know, with the way I'm changing my content, I do think I want to do another live stream, potentially on a Monday or a Tuesday afternoon, where I cover a topic that I'm just interested in covering and giving commentary on. And it's going to be a live stream, but a more focused live stream. So I'm going to have some general notes on things that I want to touch upon, kind of covering the topic a little bit and having a couple notes and then having conversation, dialogue, and keeping it natural. So yeah, that'll be fun. And I could still be like kind of, you know, flexible in what I do when I do it, how I do it. Absolutely. Well, okay, guys, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go do my workout for the evening. It's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go work out. Yes, that's how I do. A Supreme Court stream too. I love our Supreme Court. Let me go on the record and say our Supreme Court has been the best Supreme Court in the U.S. we've had in a long time. But that's a whole another stream. Sorry. I've been trying to leave, and y'all bringing up shit that I love, like court cases and Zelda games. And okay, guys, I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later.